I'm Kendall Trotter.
And I'm Steve Hawks.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Las Vegas Real Estate Update. Today's update is all about renting a home. Steve and I are realtors, and most of our updates are dealing with short sales and how to sell your home, how to buy an REO. However, we understand that there's a large segment of our population that are renters, and there's a current problem going on in our Las Vegas Valley with a lot of renters getting tossed out of their homes because the landlord has not been making the payments, and they find that their rental home is in foreclosure, and basically the constable shows up, knocks on the door, and says, "Get your stuff out." Steve, what can we do for these people? How can we advise them?
I've done a lot of research on this. The best thing to do is buy a home.
You're absolutely right. That'll never happen to you. Well, if it did happen to you, at least know about it.
Know about it at least 6 months.
Yeah.
The other way to do this is to find out is you want to go to the Clark County Assessor's Office, and you click on address search, put in the address that you're going to rent or that you're currently renting. Once you click the address search, the address, you click enter, then the parcel number will come up. You copy the parcel number down, then you go to the Clark County Recorder's Office. You put in the parcel number. Once the parcel number's in there, you click detail search, and then after the detail search, you'll see a bunch of recorded documents that come on the screen. You want to look for notice of default or breach.
And basically what that means, if there is a notice of default or a breach on your home that you're living in, that means you got about 90 days to start looking for another place. That means that the lender has started the foreclosure process. Unfortunately, very common problem here in Las Vegas Valley. The reason being is we had so many investors, small-time investors, come in 2004, 2005, 2006, buy these homes with no intention of ever living in them. We were getting such great appreciation every year that it did,
Right.
Anybody that from all over the world just say, hey, I'm going to put my money in Las Vegas real estate. However, now all those homes are sitting vacant, and they're back living wherever they came from, and they're looking for somebody to help make the payments. However, depending on the type of financing and the money that they put down.
Well, it's easier for them. That brings up a good point. It's easier for the landlords to walk away now because they don't have any of their own money in the property most of the time. A lot of these homes that you're seeing get foreclosed on, a lot of the investors didn't put any money down, or unfortunately what we've seen so far are real estate mortgage fraud scams where they targeted whole communities, and that's the problem that you're having. These people didn't really plan on doing this long-term thing, and when they couldn't sell the home, they just quit making the payments because it wasn't making any sense because the house had dropped so much.
However, maybe they're not making the payments and they're not letting you, the tenant, know about it.
No, that's how they're trying to recoup some of their losses by
collecting your rent.
Now, not all people in foreclosure are doing this, but obviously it's a huge problem.
Very common problem in Las Vegas, due to the amount of vacant investment homes that we have.
Right.
Seen that a lot in the newer tracts, a lot. I mean, if you're living in the tract where half the houses are vacant, you should probably check that website that Steve just talked about every single month.
Right, at least once a month if you're renting. Another solution, that if you do find yourself in this situation, a lot of times people are embarrassed, the landlord's embarrassed or doesn't want to contact anyone, just let it go. What you could do is contact the landlord, actually contact us first, and we could help them contact the landlord, and maybe the renter could actually buy the property.
You never know.
And then that way they don't have to move out of the property, and they get a good deal on the house.
Steve, the funny thing is, I know we're both realtors, and that's how we make our living, selling homes, folks, but it is true that you can buy right now for the same payment, monthly payment, that you're going to pay in rent.
For the first time in about 7 years.
Yeah. FHA's up to $400,000. And I've said it over and over and over again. $400,000 buys you a lot of house in Las Vegas. A lot of house. And I don't actually look for those loan limits to stay up there that long. I think that
it's supposed to be until the end of the year, I believe.
Exactly. And then they're going to reevaluate and see where we're at. So there are so many good deals out there for people. I know we got a lot of fence sitters out there that are renting, saying, well, I don't know if the market's hit the bottom. I want to buy, however, I'm going to wait. You know, people, there's some deals out there right now, and not every house is a bargain, obviously.
Right.
But the bargains are plenty abundant, and you can pretty much live in any area of town and find almost any house that you want, and there's going to be a good deal on it.
Correct.
Right now. So, unless you're not planning on planting any roots in Las Vegas, I think anybody renting a home would really want to seriously consider maybe taking a look at some homes for sale, because it's an abundant problem. We've had so many investment properties that the loans have gone bad, and they're not taking care of the tenants. I mean, and face it, people, if you think you got a lease, that's great. But if they're not paying their mortgage, they have a 45-page deed of trust that they're going to default on. So a lease is not going to protect you. Correct. Because whoever repossesses that home is not going to honor the lease. So it is a very common problem, and unfortunately, in our real estate market, it's happening. We're seeing it over and over and over and over again. So take Steve's advice, go to the assessor's website. If you have any trouble, you can give us a call. We'll be happy to help you. I'm Kendall Trotter.
I'm Steve Hawks.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Las Vegas Real Estate Update.